Today I have a video going through all of the books on my nightstand, covering if I think they still belong there, why they're there, and if I'm gonna read them, if they're leaving the nightstand. That's the concept of this video. I'm Jenny Fern. Welcome to my library. I'm a chaotic neutral mechanical engineer who's really into permaculture and wants to talk about books. So let's talk about books. So these are all of the books that I just had on my nightstand. I'm cleaning up my bedroom today, and part of that is cleaning my nightstand. So let's go through it. The Giver by Lois Lowry. I was rereading this. I didn't get very far. I got to chapter 3 and I haven't been picking it up. Haven't been prioritizing it. I have a hard time prioritizing rereads. I'm gonna keep it on the nightstand though because I do like this book and I would like to reread it. Weasels in the Attic by Hiroko Oyamada. I started reading this. I got to page 15. This is a super short book. There's no reason I shouldn't be able to finish it, so I'm going to leave it on the nightstand. The Beijing of Possibilities by Jonathan Tell is a collection of short stories that I'm really interested in. I got this from my little free library and I would love to pull from this, but I haven't. So I'm going to put it aside and not leave it on my nightstand. Same goes for this book. That's With Friends Like These by Alan Dean Foster. This is also, I'm pretty sure, a collection of short stories. I haven't picked this up at all, and it's been on my nightstand for months. So that's gonna go back on the shelf. The Housekeeper and the Professor by Yoko Ogawa. I started reading this through a sample from my library system, and I purchased it because I loved it so much, and then I haven't continued on, and I'd love to read this book this year. So I'm gonna probably keep that on my nightstand. I think I might be keeping too many on my nightstand, so maybe we'll do a final pass at the end. The Hidden Side of the Moon by Joanna Russ. This is a short story collection. I read the first short story and I loved it. It was so, so good. And I would love to continue reading this. So I'm gonna keep it on my nightstand. Magic for Sale. This is edited by Avram Davidson. It's a collection of short stories, all having to do with selling magical items. I have read several short stories from here, and I would love to continue reading them, but I'm gonna keep it on the nightstand. This is where it gets so painful. Ray Bradbury's Long After Midnight. This is also a collection of short stories. I've only read a couple short stories from this year. I would also love to continue reading this. I'm gonna have to narrow down what I keep on my nightstand. This is definitely staying on my nightstand. This is my notebook where I write lists of books, the video ideas, that kind of stuff. So that stays on the nightstand. This is what I'm currently reading. Below Stairs by Margaret Powell. Not super connected with this yet, but I haven't gotten very far. I have only gotten through, oh my god, I don't even know where my bookmark is. So I think I'm on chapter 4. Anyway, this has to stay on the nightstand because I am reading it. Ginger Pie by Eleanor Estes. This has been on the nightstand for so long, for years, and I'm just not interested, so she's gone away. Oh, sweet. I wrote a children's book last year. I wrote it before last year or the year before. This was before my cat died. I wrote this book and I didn't get it printed until after he died because I didn't want him to die. And then he did anyway. And I love him so much. Anyway, I I wrote a book. That doesn't have to be on my nightstand. I don't know why it's there. This book was also from my little free library, Youth and the Bright Medusa by Willa Cather. I'm really, really interested in this, but I am not anywhere near reading this. So I'm going to put this back on the shelf. Poetry, I just pulled this recently, and I'm going to be real with myself. I am not interested in reading this anytime soon. I thought I would want to read some poetry, but I don't really want to, so that's going to go back. Florilegium by Michael Wombat. This is a collection of short stories inspired by very specific words. I read the first story in this collection called Afterclap. I'm not as invested in finishing this book this year as I am the other short story collections that I have, so I'm going to prioritize those. So now, if I look at this stack of books, what do I think I should pull out of it? I'm gonna pull out Magic for Sale. Even though I have probably gotten the furthest in this collection than the others, I don't feel a need to finish reading that collection. These two I'm really prioritizing. And then these two books I'd love to finish reading this year as well. So I'm gonna keep those. And then these ones are the two that I'm like actively reading, so I'll keep those. And then I'll try to, instead of pulling a book from the shelf, I pull a book from my nightstand, and so I don't constantly add books. These are going back on my shelves. These are staying on my nightstand, and I will be continuing cleaning my nightstand. Oh joy, aren't we so excited for me to clean my room. That is all I have. Super short video, but I have had a blinking red battery light this entire time. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for being here with me. Let me know what books you have on your nightstand. Are you like me? You keep everything that you have hopes and dreams of reading in the near future, and things that you have DNF'd but have not come to terms with the fact that you have DNF'd something. Is that what you do with your nightstand? Do you read books at night? Do you keep books on your nightstand? Do you even have a nightstand? These are all questions that I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please consider sharing it with a friend.